Hey everyone, FRATER Super Robo here again, and welcome back to the Magic Armory, where we build your arsenal for total self-development. And, of course, we are still the one and only home of common sense occultism. Thank you for joining me today. Really quick, you know what's coming next, so here it is. If you're new and you have not already done so, please look below, find that big red button that says subscribe, and hit that for me right now. Then look to the right, you'll see the notification bell. You want to make sure you hit that as well. That way you are notified each and every time we upload new content to this channel, and you can watch it as soon as humanly possible. And of course, last but definitely not least, please remember to like and share this and all videos. Helps us out a whole bunch and goes a very long way to doing so. So it's very much appreciated. And for that, I thank you. Okay, back again. Hope everyone had a pleasant equinox. Always one of the coolest holidays, bringing in the autumn or fall, whatever you choose to call it. We'll do a video in the future on special seasonal holidays too. That'll be fun. But today, something a little bit different, something that I've been wanting to do, but just, quite frankly, with everything else going on, I haven't got around to it. So we're gonna do a new series today. Not getting rid of any of the other stuff. We're still very much on task with the weapons series and the ritual lectures and things of that nature. But today, I'm going to start something a little bit new just to kind of mix it up because I like to keep things interesting. Or at least I think so, anyway. So yeah, I wanted to do a reviewing series. So this is not uncommon on magic, spiritual channels and whatnot for the people that have these things to review certain occulty products like books and tarot decks, which is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to review a tarot deck, and we'll see how it goes. So, I figured I got a YouTube channel. Why the heck not? Why not me? Dang it. So yeah. Today, we're going to review a tarot deck, and this one is quite popular amongst the circle of modern Wicca and Wicca circles and witchcraft circles and just all around. It seems to be a pretty popular tarot deck, and that is the good old, got it right here, Witch's Tarot. Dun, 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 dun. The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to try my best not to talk too much. I know that doesn't always go over as planned, but this is what we're going to be reviewing today. The Witch's Tarot, or Tarot, by Ellen Dugan. Now, this, just to clear up, this is not a video on the subject of tarot. I'm just simply, that'll be for another day, but I'm simply reviewing a tarot deck because I thought, it'd be something cool to do, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, I will be honest with you, I have already looked at these. This isn't an unboxing video, so I'm not going to fake a surprise face or anything like that. As you can see, it's already out of the wrapping and all that good stuff. So, usually, with tarot decks, they kind of follow two schools of thought. You have ones that are along the lines of the more, what people consider to be the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. And then, of course, you have the other end of the spectrum, which is the artwork and the symbology based on Crowley and Frieda Harris's Thoth tarot. So, or Thoth Tarot, however you choose to pronounce it. The Witch's Tarot, goes very much along the lines of the Rider-Waite-Smith, and little pet peeve, and I'm gonna sidetrack on that just really quick. I make sure to add the Smith in there, and a lot of people are not even aware of this. They just automatically call it the Rider-Waite deck, or even so much as to say just the Waite deck, and give that guy all the credit. But Pamela Coleman Smith was the actual artist of the cards. So Yeah, I think that it's important. If anything, they should have called it the Smith Rider-Waite deck. I think the artist needs to get some credit on their end as well. So Rider-Waite Smith deck. Yeah. So yes, the Rider-Waite Smith deck is what this is based on. Oop, got it on the back here. I was gonna show the back anyway, but still, the Witch's Tarot. Now, I believe, and you can let me know in the comments section if I'm wrong, but I believe that this is a second running of this, and not this particular or this specific style. I believe that I'm not sure if it was Ellen Dugan, but I think it was. Did another thing called the Witch's Tarot, and it was different. It was, a more, again, a more pagan style, Wicca, modern Wicca type style symbology in the cards, and this is like another recreation of that. Now, if you want to get this, of course, it is available at should be at most of your, local occult bookshops or new age bookshops that sell tarot cards. It's a pretty popular thing. You probably get this at Barnes and Noble as well. I can't say for sure. And of course, it is available on all your favorite online retailers such as Amazon and eBay and all that good stuff, and as well as third-party sellers and, small occult online businesses. Make sure that you support those. It's always a good idea to support your online occult suppliers. So yeah. Anyway, so yes. It's available. It's usually running about anywhere from $18 to $25, which so it's gonna set you back a couple dollars, not too much as far as tarot decks go. Really pretty reasonable for what you get, and we're gonna go into that right now. First thing you're gonna notice, obviously, is this big, like, nice hard box that you get. It's a hardback. It's not usually kind of what you might see with tarot decks. You'll get something that is card sized, and it's cardboard. Whereas this is very much has like a plastic coating. It's glossy, real good stuff. Very durable, but not so much practical in if you like to carry your cards around. But I really do appreciate this box. It's nice. As you can see, it has really nice artwork. Now I'm not gonna go through I've seen reviews before where they literally go through every single card. I'm not gonna do that. So I talk enough. I talk too much as is. If I went through every single card, 78 cards, one by one, we would be here forever. So I'm not gonna do that. Now, I will go through a few of the cards I like, cards I love, the cards that I'm not so fond of, and, some of the more famous cards that are, what I feel are staples when it comes to tarot decks. And we'll just go from there. We're winging it. But yeah, the artwork on the front of the cover is just it's very nice. You got this picture of this beautiful witchy lady here, and she's holding a torch, and just great. On the note of back to the Pamela Coleman Smith thing, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't point this out, especially when I just said we gotta honor Pamela Coleman Smith. As you can see in this box here, you have Ellen Dugan, real big at the top here, and the Witch's Tarot, and then you have really small at the bottom, right there, illustrated. Illustrated by Mark Evans. So, kudos to Mark Evans. He's the guy that actually did the cards. I think maybe we should, make his name a little bit bigger. That's just a pet peeve of mine. I think artists deserve, a little bit more credit than they get sometimes. I mean, obviously, the person that writes the book and describes the cards and their vision, and, that's great, and they came up with it, but, it wouldn't be on paper if it wasn't for the artist. So, you know, maybe make Mr. Evans' name a little bit bigger next time. That's all I'm saying. So we'll call it the Dugan Evans Witch's Tarot. How's that sound? So yeah, that's the first thing you notice with this. It's a nice durable box. Has a couple things, and it is put out by, you know, one of the big names, the bigwigs in occult publishing, Llewellyn. You know, you got two or three larger name publishing companies that do tarot decks and the more magic, pagan, spirituality type books, and Llewellyn is one of those big ones. So we'll probably be reviewing a good amount of Llewellyn books. But you guys that are into this, you're no stranger. You know who Llewellyn is, and you know they put out a lot of stuff and a lot of good quality stuff too. So this isn't a crack at Llewellyn, just a big publishing company, and kudos to them for this box. Another side note on that too, as I said, this isn't really practical to carry around if you are buying this online, and you'll see very much in your recommended purchases afterwards, they actually have a drawstring tarot bag that is based on this, and it has this art on it. It's really neat. So it'll recommend that you purchase that with it, so you can carry your cards around. And I didn't, but you know, it's because I have a whole bunch of nice drawstring bags to put cards in to carry them around with me anyway. So but you might want to think about that. It's something really neat. It's not embroidered or anything, but it is it's a scanned image, same as this right here. Excuse me. The same picture that's on the box here on the actual bag. So now let's open the box, shall we? Okay, so you can see it's got this nice magnetic flap thing. Can you see that? That's nice, and then it opens up right here, and then you'll see this nice, this is actually what the back of the cards look like. This triple phase moon thing going on here, and it's got a little ribbon to help you pull. What is out is this very nice book. Now, hey, now here's something that now I'm getting excited about this, because you don't see this too much with tarot decks. This book. Look at this book that comes with this. Back to my pet peeves, and let me preface this review. Let me just preface this. I am picky. I'm very picky, especially when it comes to tarot decks. So I'm not gonna hold back. I'm very blunt when it comes to what I like and what I do not like, and I'm picky. I admit it. You know, it's a flaw and a skill at the same time. I'm not being harsh. I'm just, admitting up front that I am picky. And one of the things I'm very picky about is the books that come along with these tarot decks nowadays. You get what we call the LWB, or the Little White Book. And just to give you a, what did I do with it? There we go. Just to give you a general idea of what you usually get with tarot decks. You usually get, something like this. And as you can see, big difference. Big difference, okay? Normally you get these little white books, and sometimes even something this small, they'll have like 4 different languages. So if they have the same thing in 4 different languages and something this small, it's not that much information. So you're lucky. You're lucky in a little white book if you get the divinatory meanings. Usually you'll get a general description of the card. You might get lucky. You might get a layout too. But the print, again, really small, and I'm not a fan of the little white books. But what's even worse, what bugs me even more, is now what they've kind of taken to doing is doing away with the little white book. And then if you want a book with your tarot deck, you have to purchase something like this for an additional $20 separately. So again, that made me that much happier to see something like this included with the deck. That is just awesome. You know, A plus for that. 2 thumbs up for the book. As you can see, it's pretty thick. I mean, it's about a 300-page book here. And with this, it does what every good tarot book, accompanying tarot book, should do. It goes through and has a picture of every single card. It gives a general description of the card, and then it gives a divinatory meaning. In addition to that, at the end, it will also see, as you see, this will be the description again. Let's see, let's go here. So you have the card, the picture of the card, and then you have the description written out. More of that, and then last you have, let's see, I can get in here. You have the keywords, deity associations, astrological associations, and a reversed meaning, which sometimes with certain decks they don't they don't necessarily give a reversed meaning, and there's different schools of thought on that. Another cool thing, that is my kitty cat in the background, if you hear that. Sorry. She wants some attention, dang it. Anyway, also, in the back here, after you go through all the cards, it has different spreads you can use. Now, everyone's familiar with the kind of traditional 10-card Celtic cross spread. But you have a 1-card reading, a 3-card reading here, something called a 7-card horseshoe spread, the significator card reading, court cards for personal magic and meditation, spell casting, tarot spell to create strong united coven or circle. So it gives you spells and all kinds of stuff, which is not always promoted on you know, some of these newer more modern tarot decks, and I think that's pretty cool, because you know, a lot of people they think that as far as it goes, like tarot, all it's for is, you know, doing tarot readings, and that's it. And while yes, it's the main function, we get it. You know, there's so much more as far as using it for meditation, using it for, you know, like talismanic workings, or sorts of magic, making a magic circle, all kinds of stuff that can be done with, you know, tarot cards, and a lot of people just don't know about it, and I think it's a shame. So it's cool. Again, yeah, good stuff with this book. I'm very, you guys are getting big points for this book. I really like that. That is good. So yeah, there you go. The book, they really jumping out in front with this. Like, other people need to follow this example. Okay, so now let's get into the cards, shall we? So I already took some out and set them aside, but as you can see here, you have the ribbon thing, and it can help you pull the cards out with the little thing. You just kind of sit in here. Now we get to my pickiness. So here we go, guys. Backs of the cards, you know, may not mean a lot to some people. Means a lot to me. I like them, and I do like the backs of this deck. It's different. They went with sort of a semi-witchy theme, you know, the triple moon, the phases of the moon. That's a very common thing in witchcraft circles, and I love it. Honestly, I I would have went with a more darker night sky, like how it is in the middle there. I think they should have done that kind of all the way throughout the card, or at least the dark blue. Not really feeling the the nebula red gaseous type stuff. I thought they could have, I don't know, just a more dark and like silver. I think that would have been a lot better. But still very pretty, very nice. One thing you are going to notice when you're handling the cards, the stock is, yeah, this is the first disappointment. These things, if you do a lot of readings, especially if you're do this for your livelihood, if you're a professional reader on some level and you do a lot of readings personally or for clients, these are going to get beat up real quick. And if you have a mishap, if you were to, lose a card, try to grab it out the air and, boom, it's going to smash, it's going to crease. You're going to know what card you're picking from the deck from that moment on because it's going to have a big crease in it. So they kind of missed the boat on the card stock here. And I'm a guy that likes them to be kind of a little more thinner cardstock because I like to be able to do this. I like to do the full bridge shuffle thing. I like to be able to do that whole thing. And with some of these tarot decks, the cardstock is just so thick, especially with Oracle decks. Gods, you can't do that. It's impossible. But the size of the cards, good. Kind of a the right in the middle. Not too big, not too small, just regular tarot cards. And that's cool. What I would have liked to seen them do, and this is a big thing for me with tarot card companies, I like a gilded edge. As you can see, there's nothing here. So that they could have made up for the card stock with maybe a gilded edge, a nice silver or a nice gold gilded edge would have been really, really nice. But like I said, I'm picky, guys. But this card stock, it falls way short, way short. And I have to be honest, I knew that going in, and I took that chance. So I'm not like, oh, don't waste your money. It's still a good deck. And I read reviews. Unfortunately, on Amazon, you can't always follow the reviews the way they're supposed to because you'll get reviews from something that's totally different, and you won't know the product that's actually getting reviewed unless there's a picture, which there was with these. And there were, a good amount of people that were saying, oh, I love the deck, but the card stock is terrible. And, I'm inclined to agree. The card stock is kind of terrible. They could have done a lot better. But overall, cards themselves, I do like this deck. So, I'm not giving it a total thumbs down yet. So, even with my pickiness. On that note, I'm just going to let anyone know up front. If I do not like the Magician... If I do not like the Magician card in a tarot deck, in your tarot deck, I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. It's one of my favorite cards. I think as a magician or a practitioner of magic or witchcraft or whatever, us magicians, us sorcerers, we like the Magician card. I think it's a cool card. And if it's crappy, I'm not buying that tarot deck. I'm just not. So if I don't get to see it, some way, if someone hasn't reviewed or posted a picture of it online somewhere, and I can't see if it's not on the back of the box or whatever, I'm not buying it, and if it's crap, I'm not buying it. So it is what it is. Now this one, very nice Magician card. We're going to get into the actual cards here. It stays true to the Rider-Waite. The Rider-Waite Smith, so we got the outer red robe, you got the 4 elemental weapons, you got the roses, the infinity symbol, good stuff, you know what I mean? Beautiful artwork, realistic looking, You can see there's borders. Now, normally I'm not a big border guy, especially when it comes to meditation and things of that nature, trying to scry tarot cards. But, sorry if the camera doesn't get in focus there. Um, but yeah, I like this card, and because it's a black border, it's okay. Now, if it were a white border, that's where you lose me. Now, they don't have the keywords or anything on these, but that's fine. They are in the book. Sometimes it really depends on the deck. Sometimes I like for them to have that information on there, but now that I'm more familiar with the tarot, I kind of tend to like to focus on the artwork more as opposed to having, this keyword and that, and, it's spelling out everything for you. It's great for learning, but once you kind of get accustomed to it, I think to get that intuitive feel and for divination, I like to have, no borders and as little writing as possible. Just a personal preference. But there's not too much writing on here. Um, so we'll just go through a couple of the cards here. The Magician card, good. Another one that I really like. The Hermit. This is cool. You'll see this picture, floating around on Facebook and all kinds of shit. This camera's really bothering me today. The Hermit, awesome card. Good stuff. What else? Here's the, if you want to see the full, got the going off the cliff with a white dog, The colors are different, but still, come on, focus. All right, there we go. Good stuff, Another card that is in my favorites list for all tarot decks. I love the Ace of Cups. Actually, I wanted to show you all the aces. And this has a very nice Ace of Cups. So I'm picky. I'm picky, but the Lord is my shepherd, and my cup overflows. So I like, I love the image of the Ace of Cups, and I don't like when people stray from it. And I love this card. So good stuff there. As you can see, this is the moon, the cover art, the moon, the witchy lady here, very nice looking, like gorgeous. I'll say this, the feminine artwork in this deck is just amazing, like absolutely breathtaking and lovely. Like they're depicted very, very nicely. It's tasteful, and it's a beautiful thing, seriously. So they really hit a home run on the way they depict the feminine cards, like big time. Um, just again, like justice. Look at that. That's amazing. Good stuff. The card, the artwork, just it's great. Send the kiddies out of the room, folks. We got some X-rated material. The star card here. It's awesome. It keeps to the traditional imagery. You got the nude woman at the river or lake, pouring out the basins of water. And I don't know. This may be it's definitely top 3 on my favorite cards in this deck. I just think it's great. I love the star card in general. I just think it's always been a beautiful image. The High Priestess, continuing with some major arcana. High Priestess, that's the one that's on the book. I think this is great too. Love this card. Again, you have a strong priestly woman here. And you have the lunar imagery below. Just great. You have the twin pillars there. Not quite sure why there's 2. There we go. It finally decides to focus. Why there are 2 crescent moons on each pillar, one on each. I'm not quite sure where they're going with that, but anyway, good stuff. Now, here's one I'm picky about: death. Now, here the death card. There we go. I don't know how to feel about this one, because on the one hand, I really like it. On the other hand, it's kind of got this Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider thing going on, and I don't know. Maybe if it didn't have the, sunsetty rose type background, I could deal with the yellow flaming skull. Um, but yeah, I just something's it's that background's rubbing me the wrong way. Plus, it kind of gives like a green image to the skull. But other than that, it's bad, man. I like it. I do like it. So that's I'm about I'm on the fence about that one. But still a good card. I don't hate it. I'm not hating it. I'm not hating this deck. I'll tell you that. And normally, I can pull out like 3 or 4 cards and be like, no, I'm done. I'm never gonna use this thing. Oh God, And I collect them regardless if I ever use them or not. Um, I wanted to show the aces. So here we go. Ace of Swords. Let's get this one. Boom. Nice. Ace of Pentacles. As you can see this, you've probably seen this at occult retailers. This image, I've got one actually. What did I do with it? You got this thing. Every pentacle has this in the deck, so that's cool. Ace of Wands right here. Now, I know they're trying to keep with tradition, but the suit of wands, there's just way too many flowers on these wands for my liking. I like the foliage in it and the Rider-Waite. That's, I wasn't crazy about that to begin with, but it's there, the symbology, it's cool, but like they just went overboard with the flowers on the wands. I mean, there's like the cards with the Knight of Wands, and he's like stabbing at a dragon with a little flowery stick, and it just yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. Not liking that. So the suit of wands, the suit of cups is absolutely beautiful. I'd have to say either cups or pentacles is going to be my favorite in this deck. They just look really, really nice. Let's see. Let's go over a couple of the court cards here. We have the King of Pentacles. That's nice. See, he's still holding that disc that I'm telling you about. More Eight of Pentacles. They're just great. This is a nice card. The Two of Cups. Celebration. Boom. Look at this stuff right there. Really nice. The cups are, there's the Queen of Cups. This cups, this is what I'm talking about with these wands. King of Wands. Yeah, just, big flowery stick, and then, like, what is he doing with his hand there? Why is his hand below his robe there, ladies and gentlemen? What is he covering up there? There's some hidden symbolism going on with this King of Wands card that I don't know. I'm not so sure it's G-rated material. Maybe I shouldn't be showing it on this channel. Seriously, look at, like, what is that? Oh my goodness. It's a Little Mermaid Disney moment there. Oh, jeez. Anyway, Eight of Swords. Awesome. Again, you cannot say enough about the feminine energy of this deck and the artwork of the women. It's great. Like they done everything is it's very, very, very good. So I love that. Now, here's some more staples of cards. Sometimes you usually don't want to get in a reading. The Nine of Swords. Everyone loves when that pops up. Not really, but yeah, I keeps to the traditional imagery. Very nice. Liking it a lot. Even worse, Ten of Swords. I like this. That's very gory. Stabbing the guy right in the back. It could be a little more blood for realisticness, but very creepy, very nice. I like this card. Good job with it. The Tower. Boom. There you go. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now to get to some of my not so favorites and things that I'm not so crazy about when it comes to this deck. Um, they have a card called the High Priest, which is traditionally the Hierophant. And now I'm gonna get to my rant and raving real quick, and I'm gonna wrap things up. Names. I'm not a big fan of changing the names, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just not. So they've chosen to change names in this deck. So you got a few that they've changed around, and one of them is this high priest, which was the Hierophant. Here you go, and he just come on, camera focus. There you go. He just I don't know. It's very Mickey Rooney looking to me. Like I feel like he's about to do or Wilfred Brimley like I don't know, like this is about to be a commercial for a diabetic medication or something. Like I don't know. I'm just not a fan of what they did with that card. I'm upset about changing the name anyway. I don't feel that Hierophant is too overly Christianized. I know that's why they did it. Um, but still, anyway, they didn't change the name on this one. I just don't like it. The world, or the universe card, yeah, it's the artwork is pretty. I'll agree with that, but I don't like the whole Green Man thing and everything. And nah, just no. Sorry, not a fan of the world card. Um, Here we go. They felt the need to change the Wheel of Fortune for whatever reason. It is now the Wheel of the Year. Um, I feel that kind of messes with the traditional meanings of the cards. So, you know, anyway, not a fan of that one. And let's see, the mean nasty devil card, and the devil card that's on my list of if you don't have a good devil card, I will not buy the deck. Uh, just one of my picky ones. They've changed, so they've doubled down on that, and not only they've made it the shadow side. Can't use the term devil, which I don't understand. I mean, I understand that in Wicca there is no Satan figure, for most people at least. But at least in the last Witches deck, they did something called the Horned One or the Horned God or something like that, and it was more like the traditional Devil card. I get where they're going with it. I get it, and it's kind of the same along the same lines as the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith with you have the Devil figure and you have a male and a female. And then you have again this Grim Reaper looking type of guy, and it's a cool card, but what's there's no need to change the name. The term devil is used in plenty of witch circles, and I don't know, just that rubs me the wrong way a little bit. And then the last one, shake the head on this one too. The Karma card replaces the Last Judgment or Judgment. Um, cool card, awesome imagery, but save this for an Oracle deck, guys. Like that's just my opinion. You can't fault the artist because just did what he was told to do. But so this is an awesome card. But again, with the name changes, just yeah, that the name changes rub me the wrong way. So yeah, so overall we've got a cool deck, that The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. We've got a cool Llewellyn Publishing. We've got a cool tarot deck, that stays true to most of the original symbolism. Has some not so great card stock, but the artwork is just awesome. The energy of the deck is awesome. The packaging is awesome. Score big points on that. Lose major points for the card stock. You lose major points for changing the names. Not making the artist name big enough on the front. And a couple of minor quirks I have in the minor suits department with the too many flowers and the wands and stuff like that. You know, just I felt they felt they fell a wee bit short, laddie. They fell. But overall, we got the Witch's Tarot. So here's the big rating system, folks. The Witch's Tarot, 3 pentagrams and a half a smiley face. So yeah, we're gonna do 3 out of 5 pentagrams. You get Witch's Tarot. So yeah, and we'll throw in a hexagram for the great packaging and the awesome book. So good for effort for that. But yeah, just to let it, this is not me knocking this deck at all. I'm very picky. And a 3 is good. I like this deck. A 3 is good. You will probably never, at least as far as tarot decks go. Maybe some books might get a 5 pentagram rating from me, but someone's really gonna have to blow my mind with a tarot deck to get a 5 a 5 pentagram rating from me anyway. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. Again, Witch's Tarot. Comes with this cool book. If you want to pick it up, check out your, it's online. Like I said, you can pick it up anywhere from, I believe, $18 to $25 is usually the running price. Don't quote me on that. I don't know when you're going to watch this video. But it's affordable. It's a good thing. Yeah, check it out. It's a great deck to have, even if it's not gonna be your main tarot deck, because like I said, that card stock, might be a problem. You may find yourself having to repurchase it again because it'll, wear and tear. But yeah, pick that up at, online or your handy dandy occult proprietors. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for today. We're going to continue on with our magical weapon series and some other things we got going on. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and share this video. There's some stuff in the description box. You want to make sure you check it out. We got awesome team merch, as you can see. Links are below to make sure you arm yourself with all sorts of cool Magic Armory stuff and support this channel and what we do if you'd like to do so. Also have a Patreon page where you can pick up some rewards for becoming a member of the team. Totally awesome. So yeah, check all that out below in the description box. And yeah, let's get the subscriptions up too, guys. Got to get to that 1,000, and then I can actually put these links in the video, because they won't let you do it until you reach a certain subscriber count. So till then, we got to look in the description box for all this stuff. It's just the joys of YouTube. Anyway, didn't mean to talk for so long, but I hope you like this. If you like this style of video, you thought it was cool, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down. Anyway, that's about it. We will get back into the lectures and the magical weapon series. Got a good one coming up real soon, and some other things as well. Exciting things are happening. Again, hope everyone had a happy equinox and is enjoying the first of the second half of the magical year. So, yeah. Guys, have a great magical day. HOTEP, life, wealth, and health. And I'll see you in the next video.